for what reasons she thought was in this, but it was...
Because she loved you?
No, she was attracted to me. I know she wasn't in love.
It started like a dream and ended like a nightmare. A fan, loyal for over a decade, thought she was buying a piece of the Sister Wives story, a limited edition charm bracelet from Robyn Brown's My Sister Wife's Closet. Only 3 left in stock. She clicked purchase without hesitation. $217 gone in seconds. A confirmation email arrived instantly, complete with a cheerful thank you and promises of shipping updates. But then, silence. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. The tracking page never updated. Her inbox replies stopped. Her jewelry never arrived. And soon, she realized she wasn't alone. Building the emotional stakes, across Reddit, Facebook, and TikTok, voices began to rise, not one, not two, but dozens, maybe hundreds of furious buyers telling the exact same story. They paid. They got a smiley face email. Then, nothing. No tracking. No refunds. No customer service. No Robyn. The site? Still live. Still taking payments. Still listing items as in stock. And the kicker? Some of these orders are months old. One woman ordered in March. Still waiting. Another planned her gift for her daughter's May graduation. Nothing came. Just a vague auto-response blaming high demand, followed by silence. The shady pattern emerges, the deeper fans dug, the darker it got. Buyers who emailed repeatedly say they were blocked. Some tried TLC. Others even messaged Robyn through Cameo. No reply. No accountability. A few claim their emails started bouncing back after 3 follow-ups, as if the system was programmed to take your money but reject your complaints. Once that credit card cleared, you were gone. The betrayal for fans, for longtime viewers, this stings. Robyn sold this business as her passion project, her baby. She was supposed to be the artistic, entrepreneurial bonus mom, using jewelry to empower women, to share the Brown family story. TLC even showed her sketching designs at a workbench, with Cody beaming beside her. Back then, My Sister Wife's Closet felt like a bridge between the Browns and their fans. A piece of the family you could hold in your hand. Now, that bridge feels burned to ash. The emotional fallout, what was marketed as family, legacy, and connection now feels like an empty cash register running on autopilot, with zero inventory behind it. Angry customers are using words like scam, fraud, and theft. And they might not be wrong. Because as more fans compare screenshots, receipts, and the dates they ordered, a disturbing pattern emerges. One that's too consistent to ignore. This isn't just a customer service delay. This feels deliberate. And it's leaving even Robyn's most loyal supporters wondering, has she been cashing in on fan loyalty, while shipping nothing but disappointment?
Anybody had ever imagined.
Yeah, because I'm not someone who goes around blabbing about that. That's not me. I don't talk about that stuff.
Yeah, but
it began like something out of a TLC fairy tale. A loyal fan, after more than a decade of watching Sister Wives, saw it as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. A limited edition charm bracelet, only 3 left in stock, was listed on the My Sister Wife's Closet website. She clicked buy in seconds. $217 gone from her account. A confirmation email arrived almost instantly, dripping with warmth. Thank you for supporting our family. Your special piece is on its way. She smiled, picturing Robyn, the jewelry's designer, wrapping it with care. This wasn't just a purchase. This was connection. A tiny piece of the Brown family's story, hers to keep forever. But days passed. Then weeks. Then months. No package. No tracking update. No reply to her messages. And that's when she found out she wasn't the only one. The first cracks appear. By the time she began searching online, the internet was already buzzing on Reddit, TikTok, and Facebook groups, with fans telling the exact same story, payment taken instantly. A cheerful email confirmation. Then, silence. One buyer's graduation gift never came. Another's anniversary pendant vanished into the ether. A third claimed she'd been blocked after following up too many times. And yet, the My Sister Wife's Closet website was still live, still processing payments, still showing items in stock. The illusion of meaning. Why fans trusted Robyn. To understand why the betrayal cut so deep, you have to go back. When My Sister Wife's Closet launched in 2012, TLC featured it as a passion project. Robyn was shown sketching designs at a wooden workbench while Cody nodded in admiration. Fans saw her cry over pieces that held deep meaning, the forever pendant, inspired by the Browns' spiritual beliefs. The Unity Charm, a tribute to the bonds between sister wives. It wasn't just jewelry. It was family history made tangible. And fans forgave delays, glitches, and sold-out notices. This wasn't Amazon Prime. This was Robyn, the artistic sister-wife, building her own dream. The slow decline, excuses and delays. As the years passed, the shine began to dull. Orders took longer. Items frequently went out of stock. Customer service felt hit or miss. But fans gave grace, citing 2019 sporadic updates on social media. 2020 COVID-19 blamed for production delays. 2021 Christine's departure subtly hinted at disruptions in the creative process. Still, the site never closed. And that's the problem. Because behind the glossy homepage and the Add to Cart button, there may have been nothing. The Ghost Shop revelation. One eagle-eyed Reddit user posted screenshots of a test order made just weeks ago, card processed successfully. Receipt emailed instantly. Thank you note signed from our family to yours. But no shipment. No inventory. No human response. It didn't matter if the blog was inactive since 2019. It didn't matter that there'd been no public social updates in years. The checkout button was still taking money. And that's when whispers turned into accusations. The insider bombshell. It started with a private Facebook group post. Then a DM in a Sister Wives fan forum. Finally, an anonymous tip to a blogger who tracks TLC side hustles. The message was blunt. Robyn knows there's no inventory. Orders are being processed anyway. She's not stopping it. Within days, more voices came forward. Two self-identified former helpers, claiming to have worked in fulfillment and site maintenance, alleged the shelves have been empty since late 2022. Products listed as in stock didn't physically exist. When concerns were raised, the instruction was, just leave it. It's complicated. One said the site ran on an outdated inventory plugin Robyn refused to disable because she hoped things would turn around. But when asked about refunds, she would prey on it. The most damning claim, one alleged former contractor said, I asked if she wanted to pause sales until stock was replenished. She said no. She said it would send the wrong message, that people would think she was giving up. But she hadn't restocked in ages. She knew those orders couldn't be filled. Another claimed they saw her manually mark items as available right after an episode of Sister Wives aired, even though no stock had arrived. It was a marketing play. Capitalize on fan excitement. But according to them, there was nothing in the boxes. Why this feels like more than incompetence. If true, this is more than bad management. This is knowingly taking money without any intention or ability to deliver, something that could cross into consumer fraud territory. Yet, Robyn has said nothing. No Instagram post about challenges. No statement. Not even the vaguest PR-crafted line about supply chain issues. The silence is deafening. The viral explosion. The turning point came with one viral Facebook post. A buyer, furious and heartbroken, shared her full story, including screenshots of her $95 pendant order meant for her sister's birthday. The timestamps told the whole tale: order placed, March 2nd confirmation email, immediate follow-up emails, March 20th, April 5th, April 15th response received, none. The post was shared thousands of times in 48 hours. Fans began tagging TLC. They began warning each other in comment threads. Some even reported the site to the Better Business Bureau and state consumer protection agencies. The bigger picture, a house of mirrors, and this is where the betrayal deepens. Because for years, my sister wife's closet wasn't just a store. It was sold as a symbol of the Browns' unity, creativity, and connection with their audience. Now, it's starting to look like the store was a house of mirrors, reflecting back whatever fans wanted to see, while hiding the reality behind the curtain. What if it was never really about the jewelry? What if it was always about the illusion? The human cost. Some fans who placed orders weren't just buying trinkets, they were buying memories. A pendant for a daughter graduating college. A charm bracelet for a woman's 25th wedding anniversary. A gift for a cancer survivor celebrating remission. These weren't just packages that never arrived. They were emotional investments. And every unshipped order is a broken promise. The road ahead, if the allegations are true, Robyn could be facing chargebacks and refund demands. State-level consumer fraud investigations. A permanent collapse of her public image. For now, the site is still live. The add to cart button still works. And the Brown family and TLC remain silent. But the fanbase? They're done being quiet. The email was short. Cold. Final. Please refund me immediately or I'll file a chargeback. She hit send, praying it would land in someone's inbox, anyone's. Minutes later, the reply flashed back in blood-red text, address not found. That was it. No apology. No explanation. No jewelry. Just digital silence. Within 24 hours, her Facebook post about the failed refund had detonated across the internet, over 8,000 shares, thousands of comments, and a growing community of furious fans who felt they'd all been burned by the same person. Robyn Brown of Sister Wives. Section 1. The digital support group for the scammed. It started like an online therapy session, strangers bonding over their shared betrayal. I've been waiting since February. Thought it was just me. Can't believe this is happening to so many people. I bought a necklace for my daughter and I feel so stupid now. Each story was a bruise, and the thread quickly turned into a bruise map, a record of every unanswered email, every tracking link that never activated, every order that quietly disappeared into the void. On Reddit, one user took it further, compiling over 40 screenshots from fellow buyers. Some had reached out 5 or 6 times with no response. One woman only realized she'd been blocked when her third email bounced. Others never even got the once reliable automated "we're processing your order" message. Section 2. Heartbreak. In the fine print, the dollar amounts varied, but the grief didn't. A retired grandmother had ordered a bracelet as a keepsake for her granddaughter's wedding. Sentimental, personal, a little piece of TV nostalgia since they'd watched the show together for years. Placed in March. Still no delivery. Still no word. A military spouse had saved for weeks to buy matching charms for herself and her deployed partner, planning to surprise him when he came home. The tracking link never worked. Her emails went unanswered. These weren't casual impulse buys, they were moments turned into merchandise. And now they were gone. Section 3. The eerie discovery. As fans compared receipts, an unsettling pattern emerged. Orders had been going through consistently for months, even while Robyn was publicly giving the impression that the business was dormant. Some theorized the store was running on autopilot, quietly processing payments while no one monitored shipments. Others believed something far darker, deliberate deceit. You don't just forget to fulfill 200 orders, one Redditor wrote. Hashtags began to appear. Hashtag sister scam, hashtag closetgate, hashtag where is my jewelry. Section 4. TikTok trial by fire. TikTok creators smelled blood in the water. Dozens began posting their refund horror stories, tagging TLC and Discovery Plus in every video. Some posts were furious, others heartbreakingly emotional. Buyers spoke on camera about how much they'd spent, how deeply betrayed they felt. The pain wasn't just financial, it was personal. Because for years, Robyn wasn't just another TV personality to these people. She was the sincere one, the soft-spoken artistic soul, the only wife who truly believed in love. That was her brand. That was her hook. And now? That image was starting to rot in real time. It started with a click. A fan, a credit card, and a promise jewelry designed by the Brown family themselves. Limited edition. Handcrafted. Straight from the world of sister wives. But for hundreds of buyers, that promise was nothing more than a lie wrapped in silver plating. Asterisk, escalation, tone sharp, accusatory, asterisk they paid. She took the money. And then, nothing. No package. No tracking number that worked. Just silence. And when the emails started pouring in, when the fans who had once defended Robyn began demanding answers, the response wasn't an apology. It was deletion. Web pages vanishing. Comments disappearing. Receipts? Gone. Asterisk, dramatic pause, turn the knife, asterisk this wasn't just bad customer service. This was the kind of operation that makes your stomach turn, because the more you dig, the more it looks like it was never about jewelry at all. It was about cash. Quick, quiet cash. And Robyn Brown might have thought no one would notice. But the internet noticed. Oh, it noticed. Asterisk, mini cliffhanger for next section, and what happened next would not only destroy whatever goodwill Robyn had left with the Sister Wives fanbase. It would start a chain reaction inside the Brown family itself, one that would push even her closest allies to the breaking point. Sometimes, it's not what someone says. It's what they refuse to say. Robyn Brown hasn't addressed the complaints. Not the bounced emails. Not the missing jewelry. Not the hashtags that have taken on a life of their own. And with every day that passes, her silence grows heavier. It's not just guilt by association anymore, it's guilt by omission. Because in the eyes of fans, the more she ignores them, the more she's confirming what they fear the most, that this was never an accident. That the store staying live wasn't a forgotten page on the internet. That it was active for a reason. Turn up the heat and the fallout? It's not just landing on her lap anymore. It's spilling over into the people who've been trying to distance themselves from the Browns for years. Christine, who's fought tooth and nail to separate her name from the drama, now finds strangers demanding refunds in her DMs. Janelle, blindsided and furious, is allegedly considering legal action, not for the customers, but for her own protection. Because here's the reality, in business, your name is more than just a signature. It's a tether. ACT4, the fingerprints N01 wanted TO find, suspenseful voice, 4 weeks, the internet aimed its fire at one target, Robyn. But like every good plot twist, the real story might be hiding in the background. And the man in that background is Kody Brown. When My Sister Wife's Closet launched in 2012, Kody wasn't just the cheerleader in the corner. He was in the meetings. He was talking logistics. Warehousing. Domain registration. And yes, sketching out strategy at the kitchen table with Robyn. It didn't fit his public persona. Kody's never exactly been the let's make necklaces type, but the cameras caught him deeply invested in the venture. Back then, fans thought it was sweet, a husband supporting his wife's dream. Now, it's those very moments being replayed in TikTok exposés and Reddit deep dives, with a very different question attached: was Kody just helping, or was he a partner? Rising stakes, online sleuths have been combing through business filings. What they've found isn't clean. The LLC tied to My Sister Wife's Closet is dormant on paper, but its records haven't been updated in years. And back in its early days, that LLC listed multiple Browns, not just Robyn, as managers. If those names never got removed, if they're still tied to the payment processors, merchant accounts, or tax filings. Then every charge made on that website could be a shared liability. ACT 5, The Money Trail, gravely, like a confession, a blogger who tracks reality star businesses claims to have pulled public records. According to her, Cody had signing authority on the original bank account for the store. And then there's the podcast clip, buried in an old episode, where Cody laughs about keeping the store open during slow filming seasons. At the time, fans thought it was bravado. Now, it sounds like foreshadowing. If he is still connected, even indirectly, then this isn't just Robyn's mess. It's the Brown family's mess. Because when a business takes payments and fails to deliver products, it's not just a bad look. It's a fraud risk. It's a credit card dispute nightmare. And in the worst cases, it's a criminal investigation. Financial influencers are warning that passive income from unfulfilled orders is a legal grenade waiting to go off, especially if multiple names are on the filings. ACT 6, The Watchdog's move in, pacing builds. At first, it was screenshots. Then, Reddit threads. Then, hashtags. But fans are done waiting for an apology. Now, they're taking it outside the world of likes and shares. Reports are surfacing of complaints being filed with the Better Business Bureau. Some customers have contacted their state attorney general's office. A few have even started the process with the Federal Trade Commission. But this isn't just about a few missing bracelets or delayed shipping emails. This has become a case study in how quickly trust can turn into outrage when fans feel played by someone they've supported for years. People weren't just customers, they were loyal Sister Wives viewers, many of them buying Robyn's pieces not because they needed another necklace, but because they thought they were helping her, supporting her family, or owning a little piece of the show's legacy. And now? That goodwill has curdled into something toxic. One fan wrote on Facebook, "I wasn't just buying a necklace, I was buying into the story. And now, I feel like an idiot." Another Instagram comment went viral, "You wanted us to think you were the victim. Turns out, you were running the con." It's the personal betrayal that stings the most. These buyers didn't stumble onto a random scam site from overseas. They clicked a link on Robyn's official business page, the same page she used to share photos of her kids, holiday messages, and behind-the-scenes Sister Wives moments. Which means the scam, if that's what this is, didn't just target strangers. It targeted fans who trusted her. And the plot thickens, because the moment customers started complaining publicly, something strange happened. Robyn's site, once proudly linked in her Instagram bio and promoted in old Sister Wives episodes, suddenly went offline. No warning. No explanation. Just gone. Screenshots from archive sites show that just days before disappearing, the shop was still taking payments. If this was an innocent mistake, why pull the plug before addressing the issue? Why go silent when the firestorm is growing? The answer might lie in the DMs. Some fans claim they did get replies, but instead of refunds or replacements, they got vague promises and bizarre excuses. "We're having a supplier issue. The post office misplaced your package. I'm dealing with family matters right now, please be patient." At first, these messages bought Robyn some time. But as weeks turned into months, patience ran out, and the narrative shifted from delays to deception. Now, whispers are turning into full-blown accusations. Former business partners, anonymous Reddit accounts, and even a couple of ex-fans who used to help promote the shop claim this isn't the first time money and merchandise didn't match up. And here's the kicker, some are even wondering if Cody Brown knew all along. After all, this wasn't just Robyn's side hustle. In earlier seasons of Sister Wives, Cody himself was shown brainstorming product ideas, handling inventory, even bragging about how the shop could become a family empire. If that's true, this isn't just Robyn's scandal. It could be another Brown family financial disaster, one that hits right as their public image is already crumbling. Because while buyers are out here gathering receipts, contacting lawyers, and rallying for justice, Robyn Brown is smiling on Instagram like none of this ever happened. If you only looked at her social media, you'd think life was perfect, better than perfect. Matching flannel selfies with Cody. Nostalgic throwbacks to simpler times. Even a repost of a sister wives meme that, according to fans, landed a little too close to home. Not a single mention of my sister wife's closet. Not a vague "we're going through something" post. Not a quote about lessons learned. Just cozy snapshots, family dinners, and a Hallmark movie fantasy. And that's exactly what's making fans furious. Because while customers stew over missing packages and empty inboxes, Robyn's digital life is all smiles, soft filters, and denial. One furious commenter wrote, "Must be nice to smile while you rob people blind." Another hit back with, "Robyn, where's my order? Been waiting since April." Now, her posts are flooded with demands for refunds and answers, yet instead of engaging, Robyn is turning off comments or letting them pile up, unanswered, like unpaid bills. And here's the thing, Robyn has never been shy about showing emotion when it benefits her. She cried on camera when the jewelry line launched. She cried when Cody was stressed. She cried during almost every sister wives family feud. But now? When real customers are begging for explanations? Not one tear. Not one word. TikTok influencers are calling it a PR nightmare in real time. One dubbed it the grift of the decade and accused Robyn of weaponizing her sweet girl image to sell lies. Another posted a side-by-side, Robyn on TLC gushing about the meaning behind the charms, right next to a screenshot of an empty USPS tracking page. The caption? "Guess this charm's called disappointment." Then, the real bombshell. An alleged production insider claims TLC is watching closely, and they are not happy. Rumor has it, the network's higher-ups are worried this scandal could poison the next season's storyline. They've already had to navigate other reality TV controversies, and the last thing they want is to air footage painting Robyn as family first when the receipts tell a very different story. One fan joked next season might need a disclaimer, all jewelry scenes were filmed before the incident. But here's where it gets even more suspicious. Because just as the online outrage reached boiling point, something happened. 1 minute, my sister wife's closet was fully functional, products listed, checkout live, money flowing in like nothing was wrong. The next, it was gone. Replaced by a bare-bones banner, "We're updating our inventory. Please check back soon." No apology. No